when you are doing hard work, something that requires effort, it doesn't really feel good. So I want you to think back to some hard stuff that you've done over the last 6 months. Maybe you've been studying for an exam. Maybe you've been working some job and it's pretty hard. Maybe you've been going to the gym or trying to exercise. How does it feel when you work hard? When you are currently working really hard. Imagine you're doing a plank, you know, where you hold yourself like this and it just hurts your core, right? And you're holding it for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and it starts to hurt. How does that actually feel to you mentally? Does that feel bad? Because a lot of people show it in their face that it feels bad, right? A lot of people, you know, they're doing the plank or they're studying and it's, they feel quite like overwhelmed, a little bit sad and exhausted, don't they? That's perhaps from low testosterone, because Andrew Huberman said this on a podcast, which really just clued me up so much more on testosterone. And he said, testosterone makes effort feel good. So when you are putting in effort, does it feel good or not? When you are going hard in the gym and you're exhausted, let's say, you know, you've literally just reached failure. It's not like you're going to be smiling there, like, but let's say, okay, you've reached failure, it hurts, right? Push, you're going 10 out of 10 intensity today, there, boom. How does that feel? Once you get up, do you, or do you think, yes, that was so good? Which one? That reminds me of what may happen if you've had too much of your mommy's influence on you. You know, there's a lot of guys out there who have been raised by single mothers or by families where the father isn't around that much and, you know, he's always working or something. In either case, essentially, there's a lot of guys out there who have had a main mother and maybe a part-time father or a just non-existent father. And what happens generally when a mother sees her son do some kind of boisterous testosterone kind of activity, some masculine endeavor, like he goes really fast on his bike and then he falls over, how is his mom gonna react? Most moms, this feminine, if she is feminine, this feminine woman's gonna run over to her son and say, oh my god, you know, you went too fast, never do that again, never go so fast again, you've hurt yourself, look, it's all cut up, it's okay baby, it's okay, it's all gonna be okay, just don't go that fast anymore, you don't need to go that fast, why don't you just sit here with me? This seems, you know, as an exaggeration, but genuinely, like that isn't a crazy thing to believe, is it? That this scenario could happen? Because there's men watching this, a lot of men watching this that can relate entirely to this experience, and I can too. When you're too close to your mother when you're growing up and she's protecting you like this, and it's that few phrases that she says when you hurt yourself, like, oh, never do that again, never go so far again, why don't you just stay at home next time? That stays in your mind. Of course you respect and appreciate and admire your mother, your parents, and so you take what they say seriously. And if you didn't, at that moment of falling down on your bike and you're grazing your knee, if you didn't have your masculine father next to you, perhaps this would have changed the trajectory of your life just slightly, but enough to make a huge difference after 10 years, 15 years. And suddenly being a little bit adventurous doesn't feel good to you. It actually feels kind of nerve-wracking and makes you feel anxious and quite sick. And if you do really push yourself, if you go to the gym and do a hard workout, maybe you in your own mind with your own words say, oh yeah, that was really painful, I'm not going to do that again, without really being conscious as to where that line of thinking stemmed from in the beginning. And now if we make this a little bit more pleasant and we imagine that same boy who's going really fast on his bike and then he falls over and grazes his knee, but this time he's there with his mum and his dad, and very importantly, which shouldn't need to be a statement, but we do need to make this, his dad is masculine, his mother is feminine. Well, his mother's still gonna panic, oh my god, are you okay? And his dad's just gonna pleasantly walk over, smile, and almost like chuckle a little bit because he remembers that this used to happen to him. He used to fall on his bike. That's bringing tears to my eyes, bro. Fuck me, that's a beautiful experience. Dad's walking over, literally like chuckling to himself because he can remember 30 years ago he had the exact same thing where he fell off his bike, and it's like, that has literally been like a human, like a man, a boy experience from generation to generation. That just made me like tear up of how beautiful that experience is. And he's gonna come over, like chuckle at his son and just say, no, it happened to me, it's okay. Oh, you grazed your leg, yeah, does it hurt? No, it's okay, come on. You were going really fast though. I think you could probably go faster than that next time. Just make sure you don't tilt the bike like this for no reason. His mom's still panicking, oh, come on, we need a bandage. And he'll just, he'll just calmly tell her, no, it's okay, I'll handle this. Come on, go over to our little girl over there. He picks his son back up, dusts it off a little bit, doesn't even care about bandage or anything, and then tells him, okay, make sure you do this. You know, I saw you were like stumbling too much, and then one time I saw you looked too close to the wheel instead of directly ahead, and that makes you lose your balance. I know it's scary, but keep looking forward. Go, try it again. I'm gonna stand here right now. Some weird specific scenario, isn't it? It doesn't really happen in the real world. Some people will think this, right? Some people will watch that and be like, oh yeah, right, dude. You know that this is a real scenario, right? This isn't an exaggeration. It's insignificant, isn't it? Just that small difference of the masculine father being there. And yet, think about how that's gonna lead to that young boy's life trajectory now, where implanted into his mind from this early age where his brain really forms these important beliefs for the rest of his life is, if I fall over and hurt myself, I probably did something slightly wrong and I can do better next time. My father's and my family's always going to be here to support me. They're always going to be there if I do fall over, but I can probably do better next time. There's probably something I can slightly change. And so when this young man grows up and becomes friends with the other boy who now has grown up, you know, the one with the single mother, and they go for that big gym workout together, and that boy with the single mother thinks, oh, I'm never doing the 10 sets of squats again. That was horrible. I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna go home and just go play some video games and just watch some. This young man here with the masculine father figure, he's gonna go, man, that was so hard. Yes, he's gonna think it was hard and have a smile in his face. It was equally as hard for both of them. It was equally as painful. It was equally as stimulating. But just with the belief of one guy and different testosterone levels, one young man felt good about the effort he was making, one young man felt bad. And so I ask you again, over the last 6 months, if you can pick out some hard things that you have done, how did it feel? Did it feel good or did it feel bad when you pushed yourself? If you're only gonna take one of these points, I'll probably just take this one. Go and do something hard and ask yourself, does this feel good? And maybe it's worth, just for this experimentation, to figure out if you've got low testosterone or not. If you don't want to go and get like an actual study, I'd highly recommend you just get one, but a lot of guys don't want to. There's a cost to it and everything. Just for this, if you want to go and find out if you've got low testosterone according to this sort of, analysis of, testosterone makes effort feel good, go and don't actually lie to yourself. Go and do something hard and genuinely ask yourself, does this feel good? And don't lie. Just for this one time. Just find out, does it feel bad or good when you push yourself and you do something hard? Then from now on, make this pact with yourself, and I would do it with you, that any time from now on that you push yourself in a hard way, that you do some hard work, you almost delude yourself into thinking that you feel good, even if you don't. Sometimes I don't feel that good. Sometimes I've injured myself or anything like that, but sometimes, I'm just exhausted. But then I'll remember this concept of, testosterone makes effort feel good. And it's almost like I'll sit up a little bit straighter and be like, I've got high testosterone, so that felt really good. If I could give you one bonus tip, this isn't a sign of low testosterone, but just one last tip for you to take away. Your psychological beliefs are incredibly important and they can genuinely change your physiology. What this means is that the beliefs that you have in your mind, the words that you say in your brain can actually change your hormones, your heart rate, your heart rate variability, literally different. Just the way you breathe can change so much about your body. Just the way you think can change so much about your body. Think about it. You can literally think of sex. You can think of some sexy thought and then you get an erection. You don't even have to touch anything, but you can literally think of something sexy and you get an erection. Just from your mind, something has happened to your body. We can control our body with our mind. So why not? The next time you go and work hard on something, you literally just cue yourself to think, yes, this feels really good because I've got high testosterone.